Just waiting for everyone to join as it is the new Zoom link. People are taking time to join. Okay, so let's get started. Have you all created AWS account yesterday? How many of you are ready with the account? Just get it ready. Okay, by the time we finish and start the class, get your AWS account ready. Meanwhile, let me log into my AWS account.
I logged in into I signed the AWS account with.
Great.
Thank you.
Ma'am, where is that document, ma'am, to follow? How to create the AWS account?
It will be in your LMS in the lab notes.
Lab.
LMS lab notes, go to AWS setup.
Okay.
So once you create an account, you should see like this. Now let's go and create an EC2 instance. EC2 instance is Elastic Compute Cloud, which will help you launch your instance. It's like a virtual machine to which you can connect and you do your hands-on. So go over here and launch the instance. So give some name like a demo and application and OS image. So which type of image you need? Do you need a Linux image or Mac or Windows and all? There are again different distributions in Linux. You can choose the Amazon Linux 2023, the latest one you see, you can choose it. It's based on Red Hat and Linux distributions. And type is T2 micro. T2 micro means it provides one CPU and one memory, 1 gigs of memory. And this is a free tier eligible one, so you can go ahead using this. I'm just wondering, it's not showing free tier for me because I think I have consumed all the free tier available, I believe. For you, it should be showing as a free tier eligible. Are you seeing it as free tier eligible? Let me
Ma'am,
know.
it's showing T3 micro as free tire.
Oh, is it? T3 micro. I'm not seeing it. Okay, if you are seeing it as a free tier eligible for T3, you can choose it. Whatever is shown as a free tier eligible, you can choose it. For me, I think I have consumed the free limit.
Ma'am, this free limit will be for only 1 year, ma'am. Afterwards, we have to pay or what, ma'am?
It's not 1 year. You have $100 credited, right? You have to consume within those $100. If it is done, create another free account and use it. I'm choosing this T2 micro for now. And okay, now Keeper. Keeper is the one with which you will log in. What the concept behind Keeper, we'll learn it. For now, just go and select Create Keeper. Give some name to the Keeper. Let's say Demo Keeper. And you select here .pem. It will download the PEM file. So this is only for the first time it happens, right? The next time you cannot get. So you should store this PEM file safely. The reason, the concept behind it, we will learn under SSH concept. Okay, that's all we have. Rest of the things you can leave them as is and launch the instance. So you can see demo instance is launched. You can hit here to see the demo instance launched. So now, okay, instance is ready. It's running on AWS. It's not running on your own machine. It's running on AWS data center. So the instance is created. Now, how do you connect? You have to connect, right? So go here. You can have multiple connects. EC2 instance connect. You can just hit this and you will see it in the browser. This is one way to connect. Or else you can come here and go to SSH client. This is another way. See, SSH client, this is the more widely used. You have the commands here, you can run this. As open SSH client. SSH client is nothing but git bash if it is Windows, or else SSH client is nothing but your terminal if it is Mac, right? You can open, I'm opening terminal as it is Mac. Okay, and locate your private key file means go to the location of the private key file. My private key file is in the downloads folder, and then provide permissions. We'll learn ch command separately. Today we are going to learn this Linux command separately. So just go to the location of your PEM file and run the command. Okay, and then you have you will see the connect to it through public. You should get the public instance, or else here is example. Just copy this public DNS. Run this command from the location of PEM file. Confirm with yes. So that's all. See, your prompt changed. You became EC2 user. EC2 user is a default user on this server. So you could connect successfully. That's all, as simple as that. One is browser-based connect, which is very faster. One is this one, the browser-based connect. Another one is through, this is the browser-based connect. Another one is through the SSH client, this one. Right? So these are the different ways you could connect. So choose the way you are more convenient. I would suggest the SSH client method where you can connect with your SSH command. We'll learn the SSH command a little later, but I'm sitting on my Linux machine. So it's not running on my laptop. It's running on AWS data center. I'm just connecting to it. Okay. Hope this is clear for all of you. Now let me go through the
For Windows user, ma'am, for Windows user, a browser only have to use, right?
For Windows, we connect.
for Windows user, use git bash. I'm using terminal here. You use git bash. Browser-based connect will work for everyone. This instance connect will work for everyone. SSH client, you open your SSH client according to your operating system. Either it is Windows or Linux. Can I get confirmation? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am. We're
Okay.
connected in the browser for now.
Sorry? So now I'm on the Linux system. So let's run the simple commands. pwd is present working directory. In Linux, you have the CLI. We work with the CLI only. So this is how you can check the commands like the present working directory. ls will list the files and folders. Right. And then if you want to move to any particular directory, like you can use or else create a directory with mkdir. Mkdir means make directory. Give some name. Directory name is my demo. ls will list the files and folders. Okay, so my demo is the folder. Right, if you want to go into this folder, cd means change directory. So I'm in the, here you can see the prompt. I'm in the my demo folder. Password, I mean present working directory is this one. Right? So yeah, that's the folder you are sitting. And now if you want to create any files, touch some file name. Touch is a command to create a file. Now if you do ls, it will create a file. What if you want to write something? You can use Vim. Vim or VI is an editor in Linux. Like you have Notepad, Notepad++, Vim is an editor in Linux. So you can go here and type in something like this. Right, you can see here the content of it. Cat command is to show the content of the file. So again, I'm showing you, I'm creating, you can also create the file with Vim editor itself. If file is not found, it will create and open in the edit mode. If you are seeing the file name here means it's in the command mode or edit command mode. Now, if you want to type something, escape I, see at the bottom, it becomes insert, type something, again escape, colon, WQ exclamatory. That's a Vim editor. That's how you work with the editor. You can slowly practice this. All the Vim commands are available separately in the document, right? So now I have two files created now. Clear will help you clear your screen. ls will list the files in that folder. Okay, suppose if I want to remove any file, rm file 1. rm command will delete the file. These are the simple operations, not DevOps specific, in general commands to work with the environment. Now file 1 is gone. If you want to come out of this folder, like in Windows Explorer, you click a black back button, right? Here you do cd dot dot, means it will take you one level back. See, I am in the PWD. This indicates home directory. This is the path of home directory. What is home directory? We will learn separately. So home EC2 user will show you this. Okay. Now ls, I have only this one. Now if you want to copy this folder, cp my demo to new demo, right? I'm just copying the folder. See, it will not allow this way. You can copy files this way. 1 minute. I'll come copying folder in a few minutes. I went into the folder again. If I want to copy file 2 as a file 3, you can do this. File 3.txt. Right? File 1 then, sorry, you have created the file 3, right? So just coming out again. Now suppose if you want to copy this folder, copy minus R means it will copy recursively a folder as new demo, right? It will copy recursively means all the content will be copied. I have 2 folders now. If I go to new demo, I can see those files. Understood? Is this much clear, everyone? Right? So that's how you copy the folder. Suppose if you want to delete the folder, rm minus d will help you delete the folder. Is not empty. Okay, if it's not empty, minus r will do. Because the folder is not empty, you cannot delete it with rm minus d. Rm minus r, so it will recursively delete all the content in the folder. Right? Simple navigations, creating a file, creating a folder, deleting a file, deleting a folder, copying a file. That's what we have seen. Okay, so and then again going to my demo. I have some files here. If you want to copy means copy and paste. Let's say you want to cut and paste. Cut and paste means move. Move file 3, right? To, let's say where you want to move. I want to move. There is a folder called home. Inside that you have EC2 user. I want to move here. See, cut file is removed from here and it appears here in the home EC2 user directory. Following everyone, any questions from anyone in this part? These are the simple file navigations, deleting the folders and all, that's how it works. And if you want to see the list of all the commands, history command will do. It will show you all the history, all the list of commands you are executed in this session. If you want to see only history of last 5, history 5, right? And if you want to know more details about your operating system, about your Linux distribution, you name -a, that will show you the details of the system. Also, there is a file. See, these are all system defined files. I'm opening that file, reading that file, XCOS release, which will show you details about your Linux distribution, like it's Amazon Linux 2023. It will show you all those details. Okay. And CPU command ls CPU will list the CPU here, right? Like what is the CPU, how many bits are available, all of those details it will show you here. So that's how you work with the Git. And now let's suppose we want to talk about the groups, users and groups, right? Let's look into it. See here you are seeing EC2 user, right? EC2 user is a default user on this EC2 instances, which I created Amazon Linux. That's a default user. We have logged into it. Like in any operating system, in Windows also you have regular users and the default users, right? So here also we have the default user, which is EC2 user, which is created by default. You can create some other users as such. And there is one more user called super user or admin user called root. Username itself is root. They are all by default available. So similar to EC2 user, you can create any other users like John. Okay. So, and he will have, whenever you create the user, a group will be created by the same name, and also he will have a home directory created in this path as home John, right? Same is the case here. In EC2 user also, you will be having a directory created as home EC2 user. Right? EC2 user will have a EC2 user group as well as home directory created. So whenever you create a user, he will be into his group that's called his primary group. He'll be added into this group and a home directory is created like this. Home John, right? Suppose if you create some other user, let's say Joe, a group will be created by the same name and he'll be added into this group by default, and he will have a home directory created. Home directory will be used if this user is installing anything. This is the directory that will be used. Okay, this is called the primary group. Same user can be added to other groups, which would become as secondary groups, right? So now let me just create, already EC2 user is there, EC2 user group might be there, and he will be added into this group by default. And you can see that as with the command groups. See, EC2 user is into EC2 user group, admin group, wheel group, system D group. These are the system defined groups created by default, and he is already added into it. And if you want to set some password for EC2 user. Okay, you can set the password this way. See, only root user can set the password. Root user, super user, admin user. You can use sudo to run the commands with the root user privileges. Now I'm just setting some password to this user, right? That's how you can set the password to the user. And all the user information can be seen there as etc password. Right here is the city user. And if you want to see all the groups, you would be looking at HC group. Right? This is the group. Right? So this is the this is the where you will see the password stored, and this is where you can see all the list of the groups. Easy to user, right? So let us do one thing. Let's create some user. How do you create a user? Sudo add user. Create some user called John. Okay, I'm creating user called John. Now you can see this user should be created, and his group details can be seen here. See, John is created with this group user ID and the home directory, home John, right? Similarly, you can set the password for him, or else let's do one more thing. And also before that, if you want to see groups of Tom, you can just run groups and username John. See, he was added into the primary group or the default group. Okay. And also now let's say I want to add him to some other group. First of all, let's create a group. Group and DevOps. I'm creating a group called DevOps. And user modification to this group, and let me add John. So user mod -G DevOps John means John will be added to DevOps group, and this becomes his primary group. Meaning, if you check the groups of John, see, he was added into DevOps group. He was removed from John group, his primary group, and added into a group called DevOps group. Right? That's how you can work, you can handle them. And so now if you want to delete any group, you can also do that. Sudo group delete. Let's say I don't want this group anymore, John group. Delete it. You see groups of John, anyhow, you will see only DevOps. And if you want to see the group deletion, you can see here. Group. See, John group is deleted if you see, right? Okay, and let's suppose now you want to add this John to some other group, append him, not remove from the current group. Earlier we used this command -G where John is deleted from his own group and added to DevOps group. But now I want to add John to some group called admin group and add him to Tom group.
Ma'am, are we
Right?
adding Tom or John?
Sorry, John. I'm sorry. John. Right? So now John groups, if you check, he should be added to groups John, if you see. He was added also into admin group, but he was not removed from his current group, which is a DevOps. Right? So these are simple things you can do. And like if you want to remove him from this group, sudo g password. I don't want to add him any group, but just remove him. So -D John from admin group. Now if you check, he was removed from admin group, that's all. He was still in the DevOps group. I did not add him to any other group, right? So these are the simple things you can do. Is this clear for everyone? And you may be wondering why should you have a group, why you should add him, delete him from a group and all, right? It's very simple. Like in real time, if you are working in a project with a team of 6 people, right? Each people might be, all the 6 might need same permissions. So you don't have to give permissions to each of them separately if they were all in the same group, correct? Right, so you cannot use this one. So John is removed from this. Like everyone needs the same permissions, you can add them to a group and you can manage it, right? So that's one thing. You can add them into a group and add permissions to that group. Also, like 3 people might need different permissions, 2 might be having a different permissions, right? So you can create a groups and handle them. So user management becomes simple, and this makes more sense. We talk about files, file permissions and all. Right, once we create some file and talk about file permissions, this groups makes more sense. So I'll go and create some file and we'll talk about the file permissions. Good to proceed, or any questions from anyone in this part? Any questions from anyone? Okay, so now let us create some file and let's look into this. Also, meanwhile, let me also create some password to this John group, John user. Sudo password John. Give some password. So setting some password to him. That's a good practice. Okay, so now let's create some file and let's work with the permissions. You can create file anywhere. I'm going to create them in the TMP folder. Let me create some file as demo.txt and create some file like my directory. or else let me give some name as sample directory. Okay, directory name is sample. So, okay, there were so many other things also available, but yeah, you can see here you demo.txt sample. How do you see permissions of this file? Let me clear this. So how do you see permissions? Long list. ls minus l will keep the long list and it can show you demo.txt. Right? So this is the demo.txt we have. And you can see here these files and these are the permissions actually. Okay, so you can have this. One second. Demo.txt and this is the sample folder. Okay. And these are the permissions. Let me copy those permissions. Okay, it's not copying. Minus RW hyphen R hyphen. Right, those are the permissions. And if you see the folder, it's a D RWX R hyphen X and R hyphen X. Right, this is how you have the permissions. So in this one, like if you see the first hyphen indicates it's a file, it's not a directory. Right here, the first literal, this indicates it's a folder or a directory. Right, this is a directory or a folder, and this is a file. Okay, and you can see here this one, the second, each three literals is a group. Right? You can divide them into three literals. So you will see three groups. The first group is the permission of the owner of the file. Right? First three indicates permission of owner of the file. The second group, this one indicates permission of the group. Right? Permission of the owner's group means in whichever group owner is in, that's the permission of the group. And the third part is the permission of others. What is meant by others? Others means anyone else who is not owner, who is not a owner's group. Right? That's how you have the three categories. First one is a file and the second group indicates it's a owner. First group it indicates it's a owner. Second category indicates it's a group owner permissions. Third one indicates others. And if you see the file, that is also same here. Like it's a directory. Okay, then read, write, execute permissions, read, execute, read, execute. I'll come to what is RW and all, but yeah, this is the permission of the owner. This is the permission of the group owner, owner's group. This is the permission of others. So you can categorize or split these permissions into three literals. First one is just a one literal. Next one onwards, you have to count three literals as a group. So owner's permissions, group permissions, other permissions. Right? So that's what you will see. And so if it is a folder, it will be represented with the D. D means directory. If it's a file, it will be represented with hyphen. Okay. Now read, write. R means read. W means write. And X means execute. Read, write permissions. Read, write, execute. So what is the owner permission on demo.txt? Demo.txt. What are the permissions of owner?
Read and write.
Read and write. What is the permission of owner's group?
Just read.
And others. Anyone else have no permission? Oh, sorry, read permissions. right? So owner is, who is the owner of the file? Here you can see owner also. This is the owner of the file. This is the owners group, right? So owner is EC2 user. Owners group is also EC2 user. Owners group is also EC2 user. Others are nothing but, here others means, right, like no one else. Not an owner, not an owners group. Is this much clear, everyone? Okay, so this is how the permissions work. Same is the case with sample. So because EC2 user is the owner, we can edit the file. Like if you just open this demo.txt, see, go to insert mode, type in something, again escape, colon, WQ, exclamatory. Done. If you read it, can be saved. Do you think other users, like can John edit this file? So you can try that out. You can switch to John user. How do you switch the user? SU-John. That's how you switch the user. As of now, I am logged in as EC2 user. Password for John user. See, it became John. Now you can go to the STMP folder and you have the file, right? Let us try to edit demo.txt. See, it shows you at the bottom read only. If you go to insert mode, you can see here. Let's say I'm typing something, escape WQ exclamatory. It will not allow me to save. Escape by what you can do, you have to just close it. Without saving, closing is Q exclamatory. Means it will just close without saving. Your line is not stored, not saved. So John has created this user. I mean, John cannot edit this user, right? Because that's how permissions work. So if you want to give permissions to John, you have to add John to the other group, or else you have to give permissions to the groups. Right now, let's see how to give permissions to the group. To come out as John user exit, you'll become the default user EC2 user. Now, if you want to change these permissions, ls minus L, suppose I want to change the permissions of demo.txt. That's where chmod comes in. You have seen, right? We have used chmod, right, to the PEM file. So this is what you can do. First, I'll give, let's say I want to, see, owner is represented with the letter U. Group is represented with the letter G. Others are represented with the letter O. So I want to give others permissions, right? Others means O. O plus W means add write permissions to others. On what? On demo.txt. Now, if you want to see only permissions of this file, give the file name. Say read write. So anyone else can also write on this file, right? So if you want to give permissions to group also, G plus W demo.txt, and you can see here W, right? And if you want to give permissions for others, O plus W, or else O plus W is right. If you want to give execute permissions, X. Or else, let's say you want to give execute permissions for all the categories like owner, group owner, and everyone. You can also do this. Just simply put plus X. It will give permissions for everyone. Execute permissions. List. See, execute permissions are there. X is added to everyone. Right? It's an executable now. Generally, we give executable permissions for scripts and all. We'll see once we get started with the script. Clear, everyone? Understood? If you want to remove permissions, simply minus X. So execute permissions will be removed. Now, if you see execute is removed. Similarly, if you want to remove any other permission from the group, let's say I want to remove write permissions for the group, minus W, right? So from group W is removed, as simple as that. Understood, and is this much clear for everyone? Can I get quick confirmation? Yes, I have some confirmations. Yeah. Thank you all for confirming. So these are the simple ways to add the permissions. There is another way which is more widely used, the numerical way. You can go to your LMS, okay, go to your LMS and go to the lab notes. Here is the lab notes. This is the one. So once you go to the lab notes, go to the Linux module. Go to this Linux module and sorry, this is the other one. Just go to the Linux basic commands. Yeah. So here are all the commands which I have used with explanation. Do you see that? Right? Every command is there with explanation, whatever I have used. Even more are there, even for the simple navigations. Okay. Now I'm taking you through this part, file permissions. There is another most widely used method called numeric method. Means in this numeric method, numbers are allocated for each permission you have. Like 0 for no permissions, 1 for execute permissions, 2 for write permissions. Okay. Execute and write, it is WX permissions, and R for read permissions. So that's how you have. Sorry, 4 for read permissions and 5 for read and execute. Means, see, first, if you understand these three, that is all it. See, 0, 1, 0, sorry, 0, 1, 2, these are the ones you have to understand. Read, write, and one more, this one. Huh. 1, 0, 1, 2, and 4. Accordingly, you will get others. Because execute is 1 and write is 2, execute and write is 3. Okay, that is how it works. Read and execute means read is, where is read? Read is 4, execute is 1. So read, execute is 5. So that's how you can use this numerical method. Let me show you. This is more widely used actually. Suppose you want, okay, first let's see the existing permissions on demo.txt. Read, write, read. Okay, you want only read for everyone. Chmod. Read means what is the number for read? 4. This is for owner, group, others. So that's how you will get a 3-digit number. Okay. Demo.txt. Okay. So that's how you will have the number. Do you see that? Only read permissions now. Suppose I want to have all permissions for everyone. What would be the value for all? Just see here. All means read, write, execute. Read, write, execute means 7, right? So 7, 7, 7. First 7 for owner, group owner, others. Right? And now suppose I want to just change the permissions to read write only for the owner. What is the value for read write? 6. Others only read. So 4, 4, correct? Demo.txt. So So you have the 644 where it provides read write for owner, read for everyone else. Okay, so that's the numeric mode. These all needs just a practice. Don't try to master all the Linux command overnight. Okay, it takes some time. Okay, you have to do step by step. You have to spend some time every day and learn them. You cannot master all these in one go. Every day spend some 5 minutes, 10 minutes using these commands, run those commands. That's how you will learn Linux, because it's a environment, right? A platform. Rather than just learning the commands in one go, that's how it works in reality. Practicing them, using them every day will help you. Okay, that's a chmod command. And okay, chmod is command is changing the permissions. What if you want to change the owner of the file? Is it possible? Of course possible, but with the sudo privileges. Okay, chown is that way you change the owner. Let's say I want to make a John owner of this file. And owners group should be demo. Let's say I want to change the group as demo. Sorry, admin. Okay, and the file name is demo. So now if you see, owner and group owner is changed. Okay. And yeah. Suppose you want to change the username as a, user as a John. Like if you want to change this owner of only the owner. Okay, you can do this. So that will just change the owner. Sorry, owner is already there, right? Let me, okay, owner, if you want to only change owner, let me put it back to EC2 user. Right, owner is again EC2 user. If you want to change only the group, command is change group. Change group, DEVOPS. I want to change the group as DEVOPS. Right? That's how you can change the group. chown will work to change only the owner or the both by using owner colon group. If you want to change only the owner, just put only the owner name. If you want to change the group, change group command. Understood? And history will give you all the commands, right? Suppose I want to, out of this history, I just want to check or search something in this. If you want to, there is a command called grep, global regular expression, which will help you searching. This will help you search the logs. Suppose you want to send the output of the history to search command. Pipe is the one which connects two commands. Output of history is given to the grep command. Okay, history command is sent to grep command. Search this for what? Let's say I want history command to list only chown commands. See, history command output is piped into grep command. Grep is global regular expression, which will search for chown. Okay, we'll be using these commands. We are learning them. We'll use Linux throughout the course. And now if you want to put this output into some file, arrow, that's a redirection arrow, send the output to log.txt. So log.txt is created where you see chown, right? Where you are seeing it. Suppose now I want to see the files as, I want to put the commands as change group. Now if you check the content, only change group. But means change group commands. This is the last output is overwriting the previous one. Suppose you just want to append it but do not overwrite, you can do this. Let's say I want to append change own commands also, but it should not override the previous ones. Double redirection arrow will help you. append them without overwriting. Right? Is this clear, everyone? So that's how you will use these operators. These are called file operator, redirection, single redirection arrow, double redirection arrows. Okay. So this is how you work with the file systems and folders. You can do the hands-on. I would like to show you one more thing, installing any packages in Linux. You might have done hands-on on a Mac or a Windows and you have installed Git, right? So let me try installing the same. See, Git command not found. So how do you install it in Linux? We use something called package managers in Linux. Package manager will help you install, uninstall, delete the packages. Okay, you can use the package manager yum. Your package manager depends on your Linux distribution. My operating system, which I choose, is Amazon Linux 2023, which is more compatible, which is more based on Red Hat distribution. So yum is the package manager here. Yum install git will help you install git. And of course, if you want to install the package, you need to have a super user privileges or root user privileges. So install with a sudo. So that should download the package and install Git on the system. We use this package manager because installation works differently in Linux. See, it is asking for confirmation. All the binaries, packages would be stored in a separate folders. So rather than installing manually, you can use this package manager to use it. Also to switch to, see now Git is installed. You can check Git version, right? Perfect. Now again, you can create a folder. You can go into the folder, git status, git commands would work the same way like we learned in the previous classes. And if you want to switch to root user, sudo su hyphen, that will help you switch to the root user. Let me show you installing another package. Okay. Do you all know a web server or a HTTPD? What is HTTPD? A web server. What is it used for? Web server is used for hosting websites, or it is used for hosting websites, or else it's used as a proxy or a load balancer. So there are different purposes how it is used. Okay. That's how web server is used. And there were different web servers like HTTPD, Nginx, and so on. So I'm showing you installing HTTPD. Like I told you, it can be used to host static web pages. Static web pages can be hosted here. Okay. And this runs on a default port 80. And there is something called document root location. If you want to host any static web pages like HTML or PHP, this is the path you have to put them, where www HTML. Is this clear, everyone? So now let us install HTTPD and see like how do you check the port, some Linux stuff. Okay. Let me install the package. Yum install HTTPD. It is asking confirmation, give yes. Package should be installed. Once it is installed, you can check whether it is running or not using systemctl. Systemctl is a utility in Linux to check the status of your packages, status HTTPD. So you can see here, it is inactive. If you want to start HTTP. And if you see the status, you can see here it's active and running. And where is it running? I know it's a default port is 80, but let's say we don't know the port. How do you check that? It will give you the process ID. Everything in Linux will have a process ID, 28865. netstat minus lntup will give you all the ports in your system, like what are all running. And out of it, I just want to grab this particular process ID. So give the process ID here. 28865. 28865. See, you can see here, it's running on port 80. Can you see that? Right? You can see that's running on port 80. And if you just go here to the instances, this is the instance you have, right? The demo one. And see, okay, first let me go back. Okay, it's running on port 80. How do you check that? You can use curl. Let's say if I want to check from the CLI, curl localhost 80. Curl command will show you the content of the browser in the CLI. See, it tells you it works. Means it's working fine. It's executed. It's running. What if you want to see it on the browser? This is the EC2 instance. Whenever you create an EC2 instance, you will get the public IP, private IP. Private IP is a fixed stable, whereas public IP will keep on changing whenever you restart it. Okay, so get the public IP, put that here, hit that on port 80. So you could see here, right? You will not able to see because you have to do one more thing. Go to security. See, this is a AWS concept. Like I told you, AWS Linux are spread throughout the course. It's not like we will learn complete AWS Linux in one go. It is stretched out. So here I'm covering a security concept in AWS. Go to security, security groups. It's like firewall rules where you have to allow that port. So you can see inbound rules, edit the inbound rules means allow the incoming traffic to the HTTP port. Add the rule, choose the port, HTTP port 80. Source is I want to connect from anywhere. Save it. So that you can see your EC2 instance running and you should be seeing this. It's not HTTPS, it's HTTP. Right? That's how security groups in Linux work and the inbound rule. Let's wait to see the response. It on 80. Right? See, it shows it works. Got it, everyone? Understood? That's how you can install the package. And let's say you want to deploy some file, right? Like I told you, this is the document root location where default location available, right? Here is where you can put some files. I'm creating a simple HTML file. You can download some sample HTML file from the internet, or you can also use it sample one. This is actually a developer job. We don't create it, but I'm just creating some file as index.html. This is my app, let's say. Okay. So here you can see, you should be seeing it as, this is my app. Understood?
Ma'am,
Is
what was
this
the command for creating the HTTP?
command to create?
HTTP.
You have to install HTTPD, yum install HTTPD. start the service, check the status where it is running, and you can hit on the browser. Clear, everyone? Any more queries? That's how you install the packages and can host static web pages like this. Also, you can change the port number also. Default port is 80, right? You can also change the port numbers are configured in this path. etc httpd conf httpd.conf. Okay, there is a file default created when you install httpd. Here is the ports and the document root locations configured. See, as 80. Let's suppose I want to put as 8001. Save this. Okay, and restart httpd. Restart httpd. Actually, you should stop the service, make the modification to the file, and then start it. Anyhow, I'm just restarting this. Restart httpd so that it should be running on port. Now you check the status again. Status, it's active and running. Get the process ID 29402. You see the process ID here. Netstat minus lntup pipe grep 29402. Okay, 29402. So you can check here as 8001. Okay, what you can do here is hit this on 8001. TCP 8001 from anywhere, right? So it wouldn't be available on 980, but now on 8001. Clear, everyone? Any questions from anyone here? So that's how you install the packages, right? Whatever commands we have run here, like if you notice, we are installing the package, see here, then start checking the status, starting it one by one. If you want to execute them all in one go, right, you can put them in a script and execute that script. That's called shell scripting. I'll show you a sample of it just to show you like how you can execute the shell scripting. You can create some file. I'm just coming out of this folder. This is not mandatory. You have to understand this is not mandatory. Okay. Shell scripting has become obsolete now. Rather, we are using many automation tools. Just to give you some heads up or some idea, I'm showing you this basic script. Let me create some file called sample, and it will end with extension sh or .sh, right? So here you can start it with a shebang line. Shebang line means it starts with a sharp and exclamatory. That's called shebang. Here you tell which type of shell script you are using. We are using bash, right? You have different shell scripts like just a simply shell. Bash means born again shell, K shell, G shell and all. Born again is more widely used. So I'm using one. Suppose you want to print something. Echo command. Set up the server, right? Just some print command I'm writing. I'm just showing you how to run this. You may just save this, right? You can run this as bash sample.sh. See, it will execute the script and show the output. If you see the permissions, right, it doesn't have execute. Suppose if you want to run as an executable, provide executable permissions for this. So that you would call it as You can call it as an executable like this, right? That's what is executable we were talking about some time back. Understood? So you can put multiple Linux commands there and execute them all in one go. That's what is a shell scripting. Let me add some lines here. Let's suppose I want to store some value in a variable. I'm going to take a variable as file name, some file name like demo.txt. Okay, I'm assigning something to a variable is nothing but a holder to hold some value. Okay, and then let's say I just want to print this. Okay, I can add again echo folder, file name, sorry. File name is, I want to print the exact file name. So you can use it as a dollar, right? So dollar file name. You can save this and you can execute it. See, file name is demo.txt. Dollar is used to represent or put the content of the variable, means the value stored inside the variable, right? That's what is a dollar showing. Similarly, I'm just doing some print. Let's say I want to take another variable where I'll take it as a folder name is demo folder, for example. Okay. Again, if you want to print the same thing, echo folder name is dollar folder name, right? Let's save this, right? You can see here folder name is demo folder. Clear, everyone? And let's say here I just want to check if 1 minute, it printed. And also let's say we have given demo folder, right? I want to check if this folder exists by this name. If folder does not exist, I just want to do something. If you have two conditions, like I want to do something if it is true, I want to do something else if it's not true. You can use if conditional statements. If uh, or else let's say I would like to create this folder. Okay, let me write first make directory. I would like to create this folder. Okay, so let me first run this so that you would understand the use case better. See, folder name is make dir. Oh, okay, make dir folder word. 1 second, let us do it. See, first time, yes, it has created the folder. Second time, if I'm running, because it's already there, it says it exists. So what I want to do is, I want to execute this mkdir command based on a condition. The condition, how do you do, means I want to check if this folder exists. If it is exists, I don't want to create it. If it doesn't exist only, I want to create. So what you can do is, if -d, okay. -d is a file operator. It will check if this directory is present or not. And then it will just come here and print this. Right? If this folder is present, then check if the directory exists. Else, directory does not exist. Creating, right? And see, what happens is always if it is true, this will execute. If this is false, else condition will execute. Right? Always only either if block or else block will work, both will not work. Right? Understood? The folder name directory exists. Directory does not exist, creating one. Understood? So the closing of if statement is F5. So now let us execute and see. So what happens if it is there, it will print if it exists. If it is not there, also we should move this make a command, right? Make directory command. When we should place it. If it is not there, then we have to place the command here in this else block. Is this conditional statement clear for everyone? Any questions, confusions? We are learning the sample script. I'll show you the practical implementation of this as well. And also I'll show you how you can overcome writing the script and use some configuration management tools. Is this much clear for all of you?
Ma'am, what is F5 for?
Closing statement of if. You are opening the if condition, close it with the fi, the reverse of if.
Oh, okay.
Now let me execute this. This time we got something else. Okay, the error in this one. Minus D, here it is, there is a space over this. No. Right. See, demo folder directory exists. So it skipped and just printed the names. Okay, let me try another folder name. Okay, let's say just demo is the folder name. Okay, let's save this. The demo directory does not exist and creating one, right?
So when the developers send us code, they send us in a .sh file. We then execute it.
This is for automation. We are writing shell script for some automation. We will create this for automation. We are writing this file.
Okay.
Sample.sh, and we have created this. And let's say you have multiple conditions, right? Let's say you want to try multiple conditions. You have if, else, if conditional statements, like you have something like user group. Let's say user group name is John. Okay. And I want to check something based on this. So you can check, sorry. Let's say I want to just print this. Suppose user group is something else. I have to print something else or do something else. Here I'm just doing printing. Maybe you want to change the permissions using chmod and all. So else if, right? Else if let's say if the user group is something else, I may want to change the permissions or else do something. Suppose user group is a John. Okay, then I want to print like you have configuration user access. You can configure the server, something like that. And that's a second condition. And let's suppose then anything else should be a common message if I want. Else echo you have guest access, right? Is this clear, everyone? Understood? Right? So now let's see. Suppose if user group, if we pass something like John, it should print this one. If it is admin, it should be others and so on. Let me save this and run the script. See, you have config user access because I gave username as John. Right? That's a if else if conditional statements. Also, suppose I want to pass different values to these variables during runtime. You can use something called positional parameters. Means whenever I call the script, I want to pass it as a first value. And then right? So $1, $2 file name, folder name, username and all, right? You can see them over here. Now if you want to call, this is how you can call it, and you're seeing the slides. And like if you want to pass different values, like let's say first one is a file name, right? Now I'll put demo file and folder name. Let's say sample folder. Third one is username, right? Sorry. So first value will go into $1. Second one I'm passing will go into $2. Third one I'm passing will go into $4. Let's say my user, something like this. See here, the sample folder directory does not exist, creating one. File name is demo file, this one. Okay, and folder name is sample folder. You have guest access because it's not John, it's not admin. Is that making sense? Let me open the script and you can compare and analyze it. Sample.sh. Understood this, everyone? Any questions in the script or the output? See here, I passed this whenever I call first one demo file. So demo file will be assigned to $1. Sample folder will be assigned to $2, which is folder name. My user, because I'm passing it as a third value, it will be assigned replacing the value $3. These are called positional parameters, means based on the positions, values are assigned. Is this clear and understood? Any questions from anyone? Any questions? All right, you might be having more questions when you get to the hands-on. Let's get started with the hands-on. Can I know how many of you have created your AWS account? Let's ramp up to the hands-on part. How many of you have got your AWS account?
Ma'am, you told like where are some AWS. Can you show here, ma'am, once? Where can I find? I did not find it, ma'am.
Here in the Linux basics, sorry, not Linux basics, just there's another module, AWS. Go to the lab notes. Have you gone to this page?
Yes, ma'am.
App setup on AWS, module 2 is there, right?
Oh, okay.
First document, instance creation. There is account creation also in the same page.
Oh, okay. This I have page I found. Okay, I'll check, ma'am.
So start creating your AWS account. If your AWS account is ready, let me know. We shall start creating instance and do the hands-on. How many of you are ready with account to do the hands-on along with me? See, if you don't speak up, I don't understand who is doing hands-on, who is not doing hands-on. If you're just sitting muted and silent, I don't know who is running the command along with me. Should I wait or should I go on? I don't understand. So please speak up. How many of you are ready with accounts to do the hands-on?
Ma'am, I have my account.
Sorry?
I have my account ready for hands-on.
Log in and create an AWS, EC2 instance. How many else? Anyone else? Only one person is doing hands-on now?
Even I have created Preethi.
Okay, so Preethi and Maunish only are doing the hands-on today, right? All right, so that I know for whom to wait. If you tell me your name, I know I have to wait for you. So just go here and create an account, create an instance. I'm just deleting this one. One more thing, once instance is created, stop it and you can start it tomorrow. If you don't want it, then delete it. I don't want it, I'm deleting it. I'll create again tomorrow. But yeah, you can stop and reuse it. Go to launch instance, put the name here, some name for your instance. Choose the Amazon Linux 2023 T3 Micro. You should see it as free tier eligible and then go for create new key pair. Give some name to the key pair again. Demo is already there. Give something else. Create the key pair. Key pair will be downloaded here. Then launch instance. That's how you should go and create your instance. Is this done? I'll wait for you. Once I get confirmation, I'll go for the next step.
In free tier, if I keep instance running, it won't bill, right, ma'am? Or it will bill?
No, you have to stop it. It will be consuming the dollars free amount available to you.
So I need to delete or stop.
If you want to reuse it, stop it so that you can start the next day. If you don't want it anymore, delete it.
If you use any other resource like storage or anything, if only stopping is equal or one, or again we need to remove all the resource also.
You have to stop it. That is fine.
Ma'am, EC2 is done.
Once instance is created, just go here and go to connect. SH client, copy this command, the example command, and launch your terminal if it is Mac, or launch git bash if it is Windows, and run the command from here. Confirm with yes, so you should see, you should provide permissions for chmod 400 ABCD. Then run this command. You should see this prompt.
Ma'am, I just go to git bash and paste it directly.
You have to go to git bash if it is Windows or Mac and run this sh command. And also run this command to provide file permissions.
Ma'am, it says it cannot access the demo key pair.
Do that. You should go to the location of the file and run that. Once this is done, just run these commands. Like you have to go here in this folder, you have come back to Linux basics folder and pick up these commands. Here everything with the explanation is available. You can copy and use these commands. Write pwd, ls, cd, mkdir, cd dot dot, touch. Let me know if you are stuck up or if you need any help. This document name also available here. Go to this folder, open this and run the commands. Let me know any help needed. So hope you started these commands, right? cd, touch, rm, move.
Yes, Preeti, doing on VS Code.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me know if you are stuck up anywhere. Okay, these are small commands, so I'm not executing cd. If it is better if you execute from here. Okay, just to experiment and try out those commands. You don't have to go through all of them also. Okay, some more useful commands you can ignore or try it out later on. Okay, that put them for the last priority.
Preeti, can you put this document in the chat, please?
It is there here in your LMS, Mamata. Go to your LMS lab notes. In the
Okay.
lab notes, module 3, it is there.
Okay, I will double check.
In the lab notes, it's a first document in
Thank you.
the Linux.
Okay, I'll double check. Thank you.
Right.
Done, ma'am.
So have you completed all the commands?
Yes, ma'am, most of them.
Right, that's great. So once you have done this, go to the other page where you will have the installation. Just go with the HTTPD installation and go for these commands. If you have done the first one, that should be enough. You can take up this in the later part also. Right? These are not mandatory. Install, they're just to see the installation. Don't go through this second part or just execute only the HTTPD part. That should be fine.
Okay.
HTTPD, other package installations, you don't have to just try one. That should be fine. All right, then execute these commands from your end and post it in the WhatsApp group. Right? If the first document is completed, that's fine for today. And execute this at your own pace. Take your time and do it. You don't have to complete them all in one go, like I told Linux is throughout the course. So we'll close here and we'll continue tomorrow. And once you are done, just stop your instances or terminate them if you don't use it. Okay? All right then. Bye everyone. Good day. Thank you all. See you tomorrow.
Bye. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.